Greetings, everyone. I am Yasamika from Being Human. I've got another interesting one for you. Have you ever had a thought and something manifested? You go, far out. I just thought about that the other day. How did I do that? Then you forget about it, all right? So then you have in a bit of a quandary, you forget about it. Then next minute, you have a fleeting thought, and then, oh, it's turned up again. And you're going, how does that happen? Because, there's times when I bust my foo-foo valve trying to think and manifest and get things happening on the outside of us. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to share with you some good secrets, tricks of the trade that you can do even without doing any clearings. And I'll explain it to you now. Of course, this is Yelena, multi-level being, physical layer. Thank you, Yelena. Into the outside layer of our ghost or spirit, etheric layer. So if you ever see a ghost or a spirit, that's the one you're seeing. This is the emotional layer. Feelings and emotions. This is the mental layer, so this one is the thinking one. Now, this one here is the subconscious. And if you notice its eyeballs, can you see those eyeballs? This one here perceives life through our 5 physical senses, because this outside layer, it's got 5 physical senses. So for this one to get information or data, it can only get it through our 5 physical senses. It's got another 7, but the main physical ones to manifest things in the physical are our 5 physical senses. So, thank you. Here's our subconscious. Now, here's a person. So whatever we perceive through our 5 physical senses, the information goes through all those different layers of Yelena and of ourselves and down to our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind reads and perceives life and goes, oh, okay, you're here, so we'll play this program, because this is all it does. Is it's a modified jukebox, or it goes into our hard drive. Now, so if we see something on the outside using our 5 physical senses, and the subconscious mind goes, oh no, you're unable to go there because as a kid you got bullied. Or you're unable to go there because as a child, because our subconscious mind, everything in our hard drives only of us is a 7-year-old child and younger. So all we do is duplicate a 7-year-old hard drive or programming in a child. Put it into inner child. If it works, do it that way. So it's always looking on the outside through our eyes and our ears and our touching. Okay? Really important. How do we dodge the subconscious blocks? Because I live in a world, or we live in a world, where we perceive everything in front of us. That's a hint. Because the subconscious mind sees in front of us, it can see to the side of us, and we can hear to the side of us. But none of our senses can detect or perceive at the back. So what happens is that, yes, we are in a jail. We're in our own jail. But it's got a massive hole in it, and it's out the back. Right. Everyone talks about, well, most people talk about the third eye, all right, which is this one here, the one that goes into the brow chakra. Got to be able to see into the third eye. I need to be able to see in the third eye. What am I visualizing in the third eye? In the front of our mind. As soon as we go into the front of our mind, our subconscious mind can see it because it comes up on its screen. We have a chakra out the back because every chakra's got an equal and opposite. Even the base chakra, the equal and opposite to the base chakra is the one up the top, the violet chakra, crown chakra. There is a massive glitch in the subconscious matrix. It's out the back. Thank you, Frank. We have two minds. We have a mind that thinks out the front of us, which we are programmed to use all the time because our blinking physical senses are made, or their familiarity is to look out the front of us because, for heaven's sake, our eyeballs are out the front. Our nose is out the front. We taste from here. We are programmed to see everything from here to the front. Out the back's the interesting thing. You may have come across psychics, mediums, storytellers, songwriters, novelists, and people will say, where do you get these phenomenal thoughts? And they go, I have no idea. They just seem to turn up. You know, there's a Paul McCartney with Let It Be. Well, I went to bed one night and I woke up and I had these words in my head. Where do they come from? Don't know. You're walking along and you have a thought that you never really give any energy to. Where's a thought? Give me a thought, please. Here's a thought. I want a better thought than that. Here's a magnificent thought. Thought comes past, back of your head. You register it in the back of your head and it drifts past. It goes in. It's a fleeting thought. And then what happens next minute, out of nowhere, boom. I thought about that the other day. How did that work? God, and you're trying to work out, where do I think about that? I can remember where I was. The point being is that these thoughts back here are different from the front thoughts. These thoughts here are in the frontal lobe. It's got the blue, literacy, numeracy, facts, figures, practicality. These are these thoughts. This one thinks in the front because, you know, you're trying to do the sums. How much is it going to cost me for this? And you're doing the sums and you're using this part of your mind. Okay, so that's here, and the subconscious mind can see it because you're doing it with the front of your face and your brain. These thoughts here, oh wow, gee, that'd be good. Well, I wonder if that'd be good if we could do that, or if that happened. Forgot about it. Never really give it any energy because a simple fact. It's in the back of our mind. Next minute, out of nowhere, star, boom, star, and go, holy hell, I just thought of one of those the other day. Where the heck that was? Because it's the thoughts out the back of our mind that manifest. So what you do, this is part of the illusion. So what you do is you start practicing thinking out the back of our mind. If you like drawing, this is your imagination, right? See what's in the back of your mind. And what you do is you see this and you draw it in front of you. So what that does, it gets you used to thinking in the back of the mind and consciously bringing it into manifestation. If you're a dancer, you get a picture of a person dancing. in the back of your mind. So then you go, righto, so you'll do that dance and bring it into manifestation. If you're a writer, you go, righto, what am I going to write? Or I want to write a poem. Go into the back of your mind. See what comes through the back of your mind. Because I can tell you now, the soul, which is our eternal flame, gives us thoughts. I want to do that. Gives us thoughts from the back of our mind, because it knows how to dodge the subconscious. That's the superconscious mind. This is just the subconscious mind. This is really powerful, more powerful than our surface conscious mind. So when things turn up out of nowhere, the reason why they turn out of nowhere, this here is brought in a thought from the back of your head or the back of your mind, and this knows if you think this out the back, it's going to turn up in the front. The next time you do a meditation and you sit there and you go, oh God, how am I going to do this meditation? Oh, I better think about void, stop having emotions, stop. Do exercises at the back of your head. Out here, whatever works for you, draw a picture at the back of your head. Just open yourself up to what's happened out here. I know a lot of people who have meditated for years, and they say to me, how come you get visions? How come you get all these people talking to you? I've sat in meditation 5, 10, 20 years, and I just sit in a pool of blackness or a void of darkness. As a child, where's me as a child? Child, please. I used to be an artist, probably still am. I used to draw pictures. Yep, I could copy the odd thing in front of my head, but what I used to do is I used to see what's at the back of my head, and then I would draw it. And okay, I drew what is commonly known as some pretty trippy stuff sometimes. But the point is, as a child, I was learning to bring what's in the back of my head consciously into the front of me and manifest in front of me. That's how come when I go to have a meditation, my back is open and I'm aware of it. Also, one thing you can always remember, this is one of my sideline things that you must be used to by now. The front of us is the past. Because we are made with our subconscious mind patterning from the past, we are born and made to face our past, because our subconscious mind, its hard drives and its mind programs are made from the past to deal in the past. So what happens is that we are made to face the past because we live in our subconscious patterning all the time. The front of our body is the past. So if any inflictions, any pain, anything that happens to the front of you is a pattern to do with your past. So if the front of you is the past, interestingly enough, the subconscious mind does not know the future, which is our back, which is the back of our mind. So if anything happens to the back of your body, any injuries or anything like that, you put your back out, it's in your back, which is your future. When we think out the back of our head, we are actually thinking in the future. Some people have the gift of reading the future for the simple reason the back of their mind is open and they can see into the future. That's why it works. So we've got the front of our mind, which is blue, practical, logical, all that kind of stuff. And we have the back of our mind, which will give you thoughts and images, and you'll get the odd name and you'll get the odd letters coming in from the back of your mind. Those are the ones to be aware of. And if you are quick enough, you will grab those fleeting thoughts and then you go, whoa, I'll just see what that is. And you bring it into your conscious mind. Now, you have to let it go back out the back again for the simple reason, as soon as you bring it into the front of your mind, your subconscious mind is going to be able to see it. And it's going to look for a program that could easily block that patterning, because often the thoughts coming in from the back of our mind are against our patterning. They might be fantastic patterns. They might be abundant patterns. But if you have a programming to block abundance, block having a nice life, block support, block anything like that, your subconscious mind will block that thought and stop it from manifesting. Cheers, Frank. Cheers. Spectacular. So, it's the fleeting thoughts at the back of your mind that manifest in the front. Try it out. Do some meditating. Just do some thinking. Go mow the lawns and think out the back of your head. Practice. And what you do is you understand what's going in there, and after a while you will leave it there. Rather than bringing it into the future, into the past, your subconscious mind will go, oh, he's thinking this. No. There's a program to block that. Oh, she's thinking this. Oh, no. Give it to someone else. They can do it. You do not want to have that. And that's what happens when you bring things into your frontal lobe. When we have fear in our matrix, it forces us to think in the front. When we're relaxed, calm, easy come, easy go, still got everything going well, but, pretty cruisy, these thoughts in the back of your mind are going to start to happen. Let them happen. Just see what they are. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just had an interesting thought about da-da-da. Oh, okay. Oh, I just had an interesting thought. Oh, yeah, da-da-da. Be aware of what's happening out the back. There are techniques, vision boards, things like that in the front. Yep, totally get it. Totally get it. After a while, those visions are going to create or manifest things coming in the back door. Go, oh yeah, and it'll only be fleeting because it's back a wee bit, and you go, oh yeah. You may not even register it consciously, but I'll tell you what, when it manifests, you'll be the first one to say, how did that go? I thought about that, and it may not be positive, or may not be, it may be a negative thought, and it's like, oh, I shouldn't have thought that. Point is, it came in the back. Okay? Practice thinking in the back. If you want to, you can sit there in meditation and pretend to turn around and walk into the back. This is unlimited out here. Out here, there's unlimited. But the main thing I'm trying to get through to you is what's happening out the back of your mind in your fleeting thoughts. Practice. Practice thinking out here. You'll be consciously doing it here, but doing it out here. Very good. And it's a handy one to know. Better let you out of your jail. Okay. Here you go. There you go. So remember, the shape of your jail is that. We are programmed to put our arms and hands up here. Oi, let me out of the jail. No one ever told you to turn around and go out the back. I am. Turn around. Go out the back. Now, I'll just give you one other really cool hint. Yeah, I'll leave that there. Make a wish. You teach your kids. Where's a piece of paper? Here's a piece of paper. You're driving along the car and you go, oh, here's the wishing tree. Oh, here's the wishing rock. So what you say to your kids, where's the chalk? We've got a car full. So you say to your kids, okay, let's make a wish. I'll show you how to make a wish. Imagine you have a piece of paper in front of you. Okay, cool. Right, now on that piece of paper, draw, preferably than write. Drawing the picture would be better. Draw the picture of what you'd like to wish. Okay, I wish I had that. Have you got that done? Yep. Now, this is all in the imagination. If you've got a piece of paper, they can do it, but they can pretend. So they can draw that. And they go, cool. So what you do is you can fold it up or scribble it up. And the most important thing you say to the kids, cool. Now chuck it into your future. And what it does, first of all, it teaches them to get their thought, to put it out the back. It gets them used to working out the back. All these screens and everything, they're in the front. Back in the old days, we'd go outside, use our imagination. We were used to using the back. We'd go, oh, what can I do? And thoughts would come in and out from the back of our heads. And that opened up that channel. This day and age, with the screens that are happening and the devices and everything, it's making people more in the front and they're losing their connection to the back. Okay, get your kids, make a wish. Okay, you got the wish, cool. Out into the future, chuck it over your shoulder, which used to be bad luck, remember? You'd always throw salt to throw it into the devil's eyes. Tell you what, propaganda. Get your wish, get the kids, throw it into your future, kids. I wish, cheers. Choo. They can throw it into their future, and that's getting them used to using this back channel, because that's the only way a human being, without clearing their stuff, can get freedom and get out of their mind jail. Well, there you go, kids. Great trip. All the best with your wishes. 2468. Have a go at it. If you know anyone who's interested in this kind of stuff, a different way of living, a different way of thinking, heaven help us, we need it now because this world's going crazy. Share this around. Tell your mates, hey, have a look at out the back. If you start talking about this around the table, they go, I don't know how come that turned up, but I just kind of thought of it the other day. And if their mind is open, you can say, well, I saw this thing on YouTube the other day. Yasa was talking about blah, blah, blah. Oh, really? Open people's minds up. At the moment, they're really closed. And with what's happening on the planet, they're trying to shut our minds down even more. If you're on YouTube, got the blinking whatever it is, push that button and ring the bell. I do one of these about once a week. So, and they're always interesting. They're always interdimensional. And I work at, Arani and I run Being Human. We help clear subconscious mind programs, and we run courses about this stuff all the time. Have a look. Well worth a look. International Center of Awareness. The whole key is so we become aware of how our mind works. Oh, where the blocks are, where can I use? If I want to feel really good, where do I get it from? Out the back. If I want to have a daydream, where do I daydream? Out the back. Okay, everyone. Well, see you again. Have a goodie, and all the best with your wishes and your practice out the back. Cheers.